Hey, yo playa, have you ever been hanging out with your crush and wondered to yourself, are we hanging out as just friends, or is this actually a date? Well, I figured out a way that you can talk to them about it without it being awkward and weird, so here are my tips to figure out if you're actually on a date with your crush.
This is the Just Beats, you're watching the Just Beat.
My name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And I think the main question most people have is, should I ask them directly or should I ask them more indirectly? Is it going to be weird if I just outright say to them, hey, are we on a date? Or should I kind of be more sleuthy about it and just imply that we're on a date? Here's my actual take. A lot of times, the reason why you might hesitate in being more direct with your crush is because you don't really want to ruin what you currently have with them. Maybe the two of you are close friends and they're okay with spending time with you, so by asking them directly, are we on a date? You might push them away, you might make things awkward, and that's the last thing anyone wants. But if you're too indirect, then you'll never really know how they feel. If you're saying things like, I'm having a really great time with you, and they respond with, yeah, I'm having a good time too, that really doesn't tell you anything other than you're both enjoying each other's company. Is it a date? Who knows? So what I want you to focus on doing here is establishing what you want in the equation and how you feel. You can do this by saying something like, I'm having a really good time with you today. I consider this a date. How about you? Just a simple phrase like that speaks volumes. It comes off super confident to your crush because you're letting them know deep down what you think. Most of the time, guys are scared to do that because they're afraid they're going to push the girl away or they're going to get rejected. But by being confident and really putting yourself out there, by establishing that vulnerability, it's actually sexier and more confident that way. Even if at the end of the day, your crush doesn't really consider it a date, you're still going to stand out compared to so many other guys that skirt around the issue and are just too afraid to kind of stand on their own 2 feet. On top of that, one thing you need to know is that most guys like to add a cushion around that statement to help protect them from actually getting flat out rejected and to help protect their ego from getting bruised. That cushion tends to look like this. Hey, I'm having a really good time hanging out with you. I consider this a date, how about you? But if you just see us as friends, that's okay too, we could just be friends if you want. Adding in that cushion might save you from a brutal and flat out rejection, and it might even save the friendship, but it's not ultimately going to lead you to what you want, which is to date that person. Now look, if you're okay with being in the friend zone with them, that's your own choice. But if you really want to be with them, if you want to take that chance, you got to jump and you got to remove the cushion and you got to put yourself out there. Another really important question that comes up is, when do you say this? Do you say it at the beginning, the middle, or the end of that whole hangout experience? Well, I personally think it's best to nest it somewhere in the middle, which kind of gives you a bit of that safety if things become awkward. If you say it at the beginning and they tell you they just see you as friends, well then that entire hangout's just going to be awkward. If you say it at the end and they tell you they just see you as a friend, then they're going to question the whole time you guys hung out. Did they actually like me? Did they actually want to make a move on me? They're going to second guess everything that happened. But if you nest it somewhere in the middle, preferably when you guys are talking and laughing and having a good time, if they tell you they really only see you as a friend, you can kind of just move on to the next thing you have planned for the night. Maybe it's getting food or going for a walk or going home. Saying it in the middle doesn't guarantee that things won't potentially get awkward. It might still happen, but you reduce the chances of it kind of ruining the whole experience. The most important thing to remember here is that the longer that you take to find out where you stand, the better chance you have of ending up in the friend zone. Your crush is going to feel like you're not taking that initiative and being confident and moving things forward by actually asking them out on a proper date. So be courageous and go for it. Your crush is going to appreciate that a whole lot more than you kind of sidestepping and never really being direct. I want to give a huge shout out to all my patrons and YouTube channel members. Now, what I want you to do next is to check out the videos over there on the side where I'm going to go deeper into how to get closer to your crush. I think a lot of times what people are most afraid of is actually making that first move. And these videos listed over here are going to teach you exactly what you need to know to make it happen. So check them out and I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.